Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Thursday to you all. Coming up to the end of the week here pretty soon. Exciting times indeed. But we have got new music out today. One of them coming from the gentleman over at La Poeme. It's always an exciting time whenever I get to jump on board with one of my crossover groups. Of course, we've had a new one added to the collection with the most recent Phantom Singer season finishing up. But we're back with La Poeme today. They have a new title track out. They have a new EP out, I believe. Not going to have time to get around to the EP today, but that's okay. We've got the title track, and I'm very excited for it. I'm ready to be graced with the glorious vocals of the gentleman from La Poeme. So, let's do just that. DJ, roll the intro. Right. Now, believe this is called Fallen Leaves or something of that nature. On the YouTube version, it's only in Korean, and I think I had to go on Spotify to try and find the title. But the thing about La Poeme for me is I don't really care what genre it is that they sing because it's going to be a vocal masterclass. And honestly, that's all I'm looking forward to is another vocal masterclass from them. And it's probably the weakest bet I can make because it's pretty much guaranteed at this point that this is going to be a vocal masterclass. Unless they pull a Forstella and decide to do a straight up boy group pop song. I don't know, but let's find out. Here we go. Okay, it's most certainly not a boy group pop song. Hello, string section. Hello, full orchestra. Oh, we're gonna get real pretty with it one time. There it is. Super gentle start on the counter-tenor side of things. Oh, I love that transition into the second motif. It's like the instrumental track is like, it's kind of like waving him in. There's a shift. God, countertenors are so cool. I need it louder in my ears. Love that contrast with the is it technically a barrier or a bass? And then with the counter tenor, get all the extremes going together. And that's sustained back into the home key. Oh, that's my favorite chord transition, is the sustain 2 or the sustain 4 into the root chord. That's a vocal flourish right there. That is the full choral flourish that I've been waiting for. He's got a lot of solo moments this time around on this song. Oh, and the intensity of the instrument, the orchestra behind. Oh. Oh, and the super soft long hold to finish. Nice long hold, nice long sustain from the orchestra section in the background as well. God! It's like a poetry circle, just snaps, snaps, snaps. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's, you know, when I said that it was probably going to be like 100% vocal masterclass. Oh yeah, vocal masterclass. The composition for it too is really nice. It's a very balanced song where it's a very elegant and slow orchestral piece with a really gorgeous 4-part vocal part on top. And if you want to call it like an SATB in like choral music, I mean, if you count the soprano as Mr. Countertenor over there, like SATB is very much similar to like that layout, and then you've got the really nice broad ringing string section, the orchestral like wind section, the percussion section, and it's grandiose. And you know, La Poème doing a grandiose song, they're in their element here. And song is written so well because it accentuates their individual vocals so well. They've paired off their individual vocals really well. And they're really letting the vocals do their thing. But whenever there's like a big moment in, say, you know, like the chorus around, I'm gonna guess it's around here-ish. I just wanted an excuse to listen to that chord shift again. Oh my god. That sustained into the major is so good. Like, whenever I hear any artist do that exact same chord sequence, it doesn't need to be this exact same chord, but that chord sequence where it goes into the sustained, into the major, like the root major, is the most satisfying chord sequence for me that I have ever come across. And go again. And the fact that it's the countertenor doing the shift too, because it's usually like the middle range, but to have that top high note be the one that shifts down, I think is so nice texturally. that one timpani hit into the growing instrumentals. The orchestra in the background does such a good job of like picking up the rest of the vocal sections, and the vocals themselves would have no problem, depicting like the big growth and like the radiant energy that that chorus has. But by having the string section with the little, with the string run and the timpani roll and the cymbal crash and the big chord to bring in the chorus, just is the icing on the cake, cherry on top. It accentuates it so well. And as a violin player of 11 years, makes me so happy to hear, because this is like one of the things that I loved about playing in a string orchestra, in a full orchestra, is to experience that the glory that is a big like rush, a big flourish in the song, and to have that accompanying the glory that is La Poème vocals. Oh, I love this group. I love my crossover groups so much. They're always so much fun. And I mean, if you want good vocals, they're a pretty good shout, I'd say. That's putting it lightly, but I'm so glad La Poème were dropping new music today, because I didn't see them on the release calendar until I woke up this morning. And I was wondering the other earlier in the week when I was in the car listening to music, and oh shit, it was one of the B-sides off of their last album. Popped up on my shuffle. I'm like, I haven't heard from La Poème in a while. I wonder what they're doing. As we've covered For Stella and, of course, the newly added Libellante since then. I'm wondering where they were, and I'm glad they're back. And the title track was great. I think I'm gonna get around to the album in my own time. I'm a little bit busy for the rest of the week. And admittedly, it's not the longest album in the world, but I have some deadlines I need to meet, so I'll probably listen to the albums in my free time. I may write a post about them in the pinned comments. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. But that is it for me today. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today. Let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world. Whether it be checking with your friends and family, holding that door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness to maybe brighten up someone else's day today. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.